What's up, everybody? I've done a video about this Drolet fireplace that I have here. It's a Drolet Escape 1500 fireplace insert. And I did a video on how to use certain features about this fireplace stove I think about 6 months ago. But just having used it another 6 months, I just realized I haven't spoken about all the features of this fireplace stove, and another 6 months of using it, tallying about like what 14 months now. I just love this thing even more. Just finding out how smooth it operates. So let's begin and highlight these amazing features about it. First of all, again, it's a Drolet 1500. It's the well, of the two sizes that this Escape model fireplace insert. Um, there's two models that are pretty much identical, but just slightly different in size. One is the 1800, and the other one is the 1500. 1800s are more for homes that are up to like 25 or 2400 square feet, whereas the 1500 is designed for homes up to 15 to 1800. I think they advertise 1800, but my home and cabin that I'm in is about a 1500 square feet, bottom and top floor together. And this is more than sufficient for me, being that we only occupy the downstairs space anyhow, because the top is more like a loft. But let's begin. Let me go ahead and start the fire from this little piece of wood that I had set up. It's nowhere near fire season, wood burning season, but every now and then we get a little bit of a gloomy, breezy, or cool day, and this is kind of one of them. So I'll just go ahead and use this day as an example for this stove review. Okay, so one of the features that I never really spoke of that I felt very grateful for in this stove is the fan. When I was looking this up, I read a lot of reviews about how the fan can get pretty noisy because of the it not being attached to the main unit, because I think this is a separate box that you kind of detach and attach to the main unit through screws and whatnot. And then I hear one of the bad reviews for it is that it rattles. Fortunately, here there's no rattling that had happened over the 14 months that I've had it. So grateful for that. The other part that I really like is the variable speed option that you get on this fan. I mean, the fan overall is not going to light up or not going to turn on until the overall stove hits a certain temperature. So it'll start the fan, but if it's in off mode, which it is, just counterclockwise all the way down to about your 7 o'clock. And if you want to turn it on, assuming the fan or the stove is hot enough, you just turn it on. It starts out at its highest and then going all the way down to lowest setting. And it's relative to what I've read, this is quite quiet. And my friend with his stove, when he saw our stove and saw the setting of the fan and the noise, and he thought it was really quiet compared to his. So and it's a variable speed dial, so you can go from like pretty much 5 to 100. It's not just like most of other fans. It goes from like low, medium, and just high, or sometimes even just low and high. So for this one, I thought it was quite beautiful. And some stoves don't even give you the option to turn off the fan. So you just either put low or high, and that's about it. Which sucks because sometimes you just want the fan to be completely off. Most times it'll be on, but you do, or at least I do. I want that option. Okay, so that's one thing. Number two, having a stove, I like the idea of having a lip at the top of the stove. If you look from the side perspective, the lip isn't that great, but it does, reaches out or sticks out a bit so I can put things on top of it, like these little teapots, just for, a little bit of a humidification inside the house. So just fill it up with water, and these two guys, burn session would last about 6 hours of evaporation of the water to help with the humidity level in the house. With the stove or the fireplace in the house tends to burn down a lot of the oxygen, lowers the humidity, so that helps a bit. So that's cool. The other part I like about the stove is that it's a very minimal stove, not many bells and whistles or any at all for me, and that's what I want. I like the minimal aspect of it a lot. So as far as the aesthetic goes, to me, this is like one of the better ones out there. And another feature that I was really kind of looking out for is a glass window that it's big enough, because some of these stoves, I mean, their windows aren't big at all, and finding one that has that glass size and compromising the fan or compromising the size of the box, where how much, I mean, that determines how much wood you can put inside. You got to choose one or the other, or two out of the four and whatnot. But I mean, look at the size of the box here. It's the smaller of the two, like I said, but this one is, to me, it's quite sufficient. I mean, the logs are supposed to be 18 inches, but when you go sideways, you can stack 20. And wood-wise, I have no problem with it at all, size-wise. And I think all in all, this thing pretty much checks all of the boxes that I required, or I was looking for in my fireplace stove. And price-wise, it's very fair. I mean, after taxes and everything, you're able to get this for just around the 2,500 range. It's really amazing. It has no problems since I've had it for 14 months. Oh, and the other thing about it that makes it 2,500 in total is that the listing that you'll see in the link that I'll put in the description, it allows you to have, or it comes with the kit. They call it it just comes with a kit that comes with the ventilation piping that goes out to the chimney, 25 feet for single story home, and then they have 35 feet option for double 2-story home. And it comes with the attachments, like the cap at the very top of the chimney that you cap off the duct, so that's cool. And let's see, so you have the cap, you have the insert itself, you have the duct, and that's pretty much all you need. Oh, the cables where you use to plug in the fan, the electric cable where you plug in the fan, you can switch it from either the left side of the stove when you're facing it or the right side. And which makes it very, very convenient. We didn't have anything to plug it in, so I just installed an outlet right there to be able to accommodate the stove. All right, fam. I hope you find this video helpful for your stove purchase, because when I was purchasing it, it definitely wasn't easy, just because of the options that are out there, along with all the features that you're not too sure it's going to satisfy what you need, So this one checks all the boxes for me. The prices it's perfect. The heating capacity is great. The maintenance easy. Glass window. The fan is probably one of the better, if not the best fan options out there. And with the lip and the minimal look, this is the one, 100% recommended again.